And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winston now to throw on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Jameis now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Working out of the gun, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Ready? Blue lady. Let me go. Green, triple C.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now. Easy. Where's that?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Ready? Blue ready. Green, triple C.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. There's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room.
And this will be caught at the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Jameis on second down. It's caught. Humphries. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Winston and Humphries connecting there for a Tampa Bay first down.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Ready. Blue ready.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. To throw is Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
tell him. 76.
On first down, it's Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Super.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Green, triple C. Ready. Blue ready.
Second down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
26, Mike. 27.
Here's Winston. He gets it to Humphreys. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, 5.
Out of the gun. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We're good. We're good. Not 20. Good.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Here we go, coach. Here we go. Cut. 120. Maverick.
On second down, here's Goff. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready. Black 25. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
All right. Come on out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. We'll give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A first down throw for Winston. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Goff on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Now Jameis on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Winston now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey,
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 12, 12, 12, 12. Split. 180.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Gone. This is caught, it's Cooks. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Second down, Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
26 Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue lady.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The give is to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Samson Abukum in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Akeem Hunt now to return. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. Akeem Hunt, 99 yards. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready?
To throw is Winston. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Winston. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Ready. Blue waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Jameis now on first down. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Ready. Blue waiting.
Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue waiting.
Winston. He's got Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. Now Winston. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. That's 180. Shout, shout, shout.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You saved them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he's loose again. The 40, the 20, 10. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return wins it in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Rams, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.